You've seen the question on the poster, right? How best to invest my life? I mean, seriously. So the first question is, how many of you have seriously thought about this question? I mean, I need answers, of course. The thing is, the first thing I want to do is that I want to highlight the importance of this question because it relates to why I'm making this club, right? So this is the first thing I want to do first. So how many of you have seriously thought about this question? Well, if you didn't think about this question, then how do you expect your life to reflect your values and aspirations, right? So you need planning, right? So you need planning to be able to reflect your values onto your actions later on. If you think you'll be fine because you know you'll be fine financially, you must be naive. How can you guarantee that you'll be fine with the way you live? You know, we keep distracting ourselves, but we will have to answer this question sooner or later. Okay? No, go back. Still. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that I myself have spent a lot of effort trying to answer this question, but I've tried it on my own. I realized, however, that my conclusions were not as perfect as I thought they would, because I've only had myself to work with and my observations. So, it's because I only had myself to work with. But now I believe that the answer might be in this club. Okay, so basically it's... Okay, go, next slide. Okay, so what is the club, right? So how does the club relate to that question? So basically the long-term goal is to answer that same question, right? How best to invest my life, but to answer it in each one of us, right? So it means that each one of us has to find his own answer to this question. But this is the long term, right? It's kind of very difficult to do. And we've set some short-term goals in order to make this long-term goal. The short-term goal we think is, try to clarify your visions, so you can actually know what you're going after. You know, it's like just to have an idea of what you're going after, because that is also very difficult to do. And also for those who have not thought about this question, basically like they can just come in and like and see all the amazing visions and goals that people have in the future, and it's gonna be fun. It's like a congregation of all the all the dreams and all the good things that people want to do in the future. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So I was saying before, like I stressed on the importance of this question and how the leadership club is going for the long-term goal, and how the short-term goals are gonna be able to accomplish this long-term. Okay, so wait, stay there. Okay, now remember in the posters there were 3 keywords that we needed to make this work, right? So I've actually so that's why we are doing the club, right? So I've explained why we're doing it, and I think you guys have understood the importance of why it must be done. Now we're gonna go into how we're gonna do it, right? So go ahead. Okay, so the first thing is that the basis of integrity. Well, it's like a little play with words, right? In short, we vow to follow the rules of the process because we have hope that it will answer our questions. So that means we put effort to be ourselves. So it's not like we can't just be fun when going to this kind of clubs, because the ultimate result would be to find the answer that we're looking for. So we have to put a little bit of effort, right? Yeah, go ahead next. Now this is the main process of our club. What this is, okay, so this process is basically to be introduced to as many visions as possible, because when you do that, you get to understand your vision, and you get to maybe be you maybe get interested to another vision that other people is seeing as very good. So naturally it's very hard to think on our own, but discussing issues with people help us better formulate our values, visions, and goals for the future. Following the vision process is not only limited to direct sharing of goals and visions, it also involves affirming assumptions, the literal description of ideas, and many more, which we'll go through in this club. So I think you guys have an idea of what the club is all about, right? So it's all about coming together, sharing visions, saying what we really care to do in this life, and what would be the best way to invest our lives, and we may be interested to know one another. Okay, so that's the vision process, right? Go ahead. This is a fancy name for a test, but it will serve the purpose. So basically, passing the relationship test means that at least someone understands you for who you really are. This means that you were able to clearly convey your vision and values. So remember the short-term goals we discussed earlier about clarifying your vision, which is, I think, is very important. So I think like when you feel like someone really understands you, that's when you know like you've actually achieved what you were looking for, because you are the only one who would know when that is right, when someone actually knows what you're thinking, right? So, and basically it's a test that you would find the answer to yourself on your own. Okay, one more thing is that what was the other thing? Yeah, so here's the thing. Another personal goal for me is that in my search to find that question that I was talking earlier about how best to invest my life, right? I have come with many conclusions, but I think one of the personal goals for me is that I want to clarify my vision, right? I want to be introduced to many others, and I want to test these vision on the visions of others and see how it plays out, and how everyone's motivation and values really differ, and how they get into this puzzle. So yeah, go ahead. That's it. So we've decided that each one of us would give you a short summary of why they wanted to join the club. Wait, it's not time for questions yet. Sorry. So, but I'll give that to you. Wait. Okay, so there are two people who were not able to come today. Abdullah and Neil. They were very busy with exams, unfortunately. But we will hear Abdullah's thoughts on this video. Wait. Before that, I want to ask you a question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you caught me off guard.
Sorry.
Can we go to the previous slide?
Okay, go ahead.
No, the one.
No. Come on, man.
On relationships.
Yeah.
The relationship. I'm just trying to understand. So what you're saying then is, someone essentially needs to understand you, so that they can act as a sounding board for what you want to do in life, right? But just because someone understands you doesn't mean they might necessarily support your aspirations and goals.
It doesn't matter if they support. The only person who will be able to assess whether you achieve your goal or not is yourself. Because you would know that this person understands you and not him. That he doesn't need to support you. This is why integrity is very important, because when the other person is being true and he's being honest of what he feels towards your goals and dreams, it becomes much easier for you to understand, okay, this guy understands me, this guy does not. You have this access to easily differentiate between these two, between right and wrong, right?
Well, so you're saying if someone supports what it is you want to do, then that just means that person understands you.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly.
That's the first step. When you're able to communicate yourself properly, and like when people really understand what your goal is in life, what your purpose is, I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of your first step on actually achieving that.
Yeah, that's the short-term goal. Yeah, that's finishing the short-term goal. So yeah, that's kind of the idea of the club. So any other questions before we go to the thoughts? Okay, let's go to the thoughts and then we'll go for questions. Okay, let's just hear Abdullah's thought. No, just copy paste it. Yeah, just copy.
Everyone, this is Abdullah Muhammad Yusuf. I would have loved to be with you guys over there, but I'm a little busy. But I would like to share a few things with you. I joined the leadership club because I find its purpose. The purpose of the club resonates with me, and I personally have visions that I want to accomplish. So I look forward to discussing and telling you my visions in the future when we have our vision formulation and discussion sessions. and I hope that you will be part of us and our journey. Thank you.
Okay, it's close. Okay, so yeah, so I think you've heard why I want to do this club because I have my own vision and I want to test it with you guys, the same as him, I guess. But I mean, one more thing that all we've said is that why we're doing this, but how are you gonna be to be beneficial for all of this, right? So we think that when you are able to actually to go through this process of understanding yourself and understanding your vision, um, it will help you to better set your goals right, to better understand yourself and to be more focused in your life. So that means like you have a purpose and you're going through that to that purpose, right? So I think it would be very beneficial for you guys. So yep.
Do you want to go first or should I?
Sure. Yeah. So, as you know, some of us might not have a clear vision or a purpose in life yet, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. So, we're here in this club to discuss our visions, what we want to do, what we're passionate about, and with that, we can actually figure out our place in life or what kind of a career we can establish or what kind of things we want to do in life that we can just contribute to the world to make it a better place. Um, so we are here to help you and even ourselves actually to formulate a vision and try to come up with a scheme to bring that vision to reality and try to accomplish our short-term goals, and we'll work towards getting closer to reach our long-term goals as well. So that's the reason I am here in this club.
Okay, so hello, I'm Taha Kubar. For me, this club is mostly about finding your purpose, like finding, they've been talking about vision, but like, what is this vision? For me, it's kind of like I said before, it's finding your purpose, trying to understand what you truly want in this life and what you want to accomplish. So, the main goal of this club is for us to come together and for us to help each other kind of formulate and like figure out what do we really want. Like, why are we doing what we are doing now? I know it's a very broad question, but hopefully, if you like join this club, we could all work together to try to clear everyone's mind and have us truly like understand everything that's going on, or at least as much as we can. So basically that's what the club is for me. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll move on to the future events that we thought we'll be doing in the future. So basically, just do the process that we've been before. The vision discussions. Just get a group of people and discuss visions and stuff. It's gonna be cool. I think people will be interested to do this. Formulating vision workshop is kind of interesting because it's really challenged how much you know about yourself. So if you can able to actually say what you want to do, if you say okay I want to do it, but if you don't have anything it's okay. But if I say okay I'm gonna do this, but how can you say it specifically? I think that's very different from having an idea about it. So yeah, and another thing is based inspiring YouTube videos. I think we can watch some good YouTube videos for funsies. So yeah, I think it's done, right?
Yeah. So that's basically the presentation. So if you guys have any questions, you can come and ask us, or you can ask us right now. And I think we're supposed to have like this kind of networking session if you want, if you guys still have time. Is that right?
Yeah, sure.
Feel like chat or something.
If you guys want.
Feel free to get to know us if you want.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.